Hello, viewers. Today, I'm not talking about Levin psychology, but about a moral, a skill, whatever you call self motivation. So, let's see what is self motivation and how can we build it for ourselves to become better. The best motivation is self motivation, as we all know. Many of us find ourselves in motivational slumps that we have to work to get out of. Sometimes it's like a continuous cycle where we are motivated for a period of time, fall out, and then have to build things back up again. There is nothing more powerful for self motivation than the right attitude, the positive attitude. You can't choose or control your circumstances, but you can choose your attitude towards your circumstances for sure. How I personally see this working is while we are developing these mental steps and utilizing them regularly, self motivation will come naturally when you need it. The key for me is hitting the final step to share with others. It can be somewhat addictive and self motivating when you help others who are having trouble. A good way to have self motivation continuously is to implement something like these 8 steps by Ian McKenzie. I enjoyed Ian's article because though it could use some definitions when it comes to trying to build a continuous drive of motivation, there is a new list on how to self motivate. Start simple. That's the first step. Keep motivators around your work area. Things that give you that initial spark to get going. These motivators will be the triggers that remind you to get going. What you measure is what you improve. When you measure on something, definitely it is a step towards improvising, improving, building up. Second point is keep good company. So make more regular encounters with positive and motivated people. This could be as simple as any kind of chats with peers or a quick discussion with a friend who likes sharing ideas. I hope you all have such a friend or friends, people around you who like sharing ideas, who like talking a lot about, their opinions or ideas, innovate, ask you, and also give you a lot of inputs. So, positive and motivated people are very different from the negative ones. Negative ones, you will always find them finding faults, complaining always. They uh, choose not to look at, positive aspects of anything. And positive people, yes, we, even though a person is positive, we all have this tendency to feel and, express few negative things as well. But people who generally are positive, okay, they are different from the completely negative people. So try to keep company with positive people, people who bring in a lot of positivity with them, express positive views, things, think more on the positive side. They will help you grow and see opportunities during tough times as well. Third is keep learning. Read and try to take in everything you can. The more you learn, the more confident you become in starting projects or any work. The key to benefiting from lifelong learning is to first is set your objective for learning. Any kind of learning must have an objective. When there is a purpose behind the learning becomes more compelling. You yourself would feel very enthusiastic about it. That yes, this is my goal, this is what I want to accomplish, or this is the purpose behind what I'm learning or what I'm doing. It will give you inner motivation. It will be more compelling for you to learn it or do that particular task. Start small in bit-sized pieces. Never go on for something very big initially. Start it a small version and take it step by step. Make learning new skills fun. Okay, look for new skills that you may acquire. You can acquire, which interests you. Choosing the topics that most interest you and the way in which you want to learn that best suits you. So that is how you generate this um, thirst for learning new skills, new things in a fun way. Fourth point is see the good and bad. When encountering obstacles or challenges, goals, you want to be in the habit of finding what works to get over them. Now, every challenge, every obstacle comes with its own, opportunities. It brings with it so many opportunities which you can use um, to grow your skill, to grow your capacity to, face the challenges and meet the criteria. Stop thinking. You must think, we all must think, but here what I wanted to say is stop thinking too much and just start doing it. Okay, don't overthink. Just start doing it what you have already been thinking. So if you find motivation for a particular project lacking, try getting started on something else. Something trivial even. It can be very small, very trivial thing. Then you will develop the momentum, the pace to begin the more important stuff. Once your mood is set to learn, to concentrate, then you can jump onto or shift onto bigger things, bigger challenges or tasks. When you are thinking and worrying about it too much, you are doing nothing else but just wasting time, because we keep on thinking, oh, I could do this, I could do that, I can do this, or I should have done this, and you never do it. So stop thinking, stop overthinking, and just start doing it. So you must know, like, till what point or till what extent I need to think upon or ponder upon something, and then shift it to action or put it into action. Then sixth point is know yourself. Keep notes on when your goes very low and when you feel like a superstar, full of confidence, full of enthusiasm. There will be a pattern that once you are aware of, your body clock, your mood, uh, your mood changes or your mood swings, or what makes your mood up and down. You can work around and develop on this. So knowing ourselves, knowing our own body clock, knowing our moods is very, very important when we talk about self motivation, building on ourselves, developing. Track your progress. Now, whatever we do, we must keep a track on how was the progress then and now, and what I want it to be in future. So, keep a tally or a progress bar for ongoing projects. When you see something growing, you will always want to nurture it, to develop it. Then eighth point, the last one is help others. Share your ideas. Help friends get motivated. Now, when we see others do well, it will definitely motivate us ourselves as well. So write about your success and get a feedback from readers. You could blog online. You can just post an article on your Facebook, or you can make a video and post it on YouTube. Helping others actually helps us. You will help yourself when you help others. What I would hope happens here is you will gradually develop certain skills that become motivational habits. So once you get to the stage where you are regularly helping others keep motivated, be it with a blog or talking with peers, or you'll find that the cycle continuing, where each facet of staying motivated is refined and developed. So just to conclude my today's topic, here are some things for you to consider as you reflect upon this presentation. First is you must think and realize what's motivating you right now. Are you as inspired as you wanted to be or you want to be? Are you open to new experiences? Are you continually learning new and better ways to live? Are you putting those into practice? Do you want to be more motivated and inspired? Are you just thinking about it or really doing it, practicing it? So, hopefully, this presentation has provided some insight, and you can use some of these tactics to help you live every day with a clear intention to get closer to achieving your goals. So, with my best wishes and best life to give you all, I wish that you all find that thing which motivates you right now, has kept you motivated in the past, and you will definitely find out what are the things which would motivate you for future to achieve higher goals, your final goals, and you'll all be happy, safe, healthy. All the best from my side. And if I could be of any help to any one of you, you can just leave your questions in the comment box. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all. Thank you so much.